Good evening and welcome to this midweek edition of Primetime News with me, Michael Madimba. Leading our bulletin tonight, the Ministry of Health and Social Services received 20 oxygen concentrators from the World Health Organization to enhance Namibia's response towards the COVID-19 pandemic. The donation is valued at close to 180,000 Namibian dollars. More on this story by our journalist Salma Shiwaya and camera person Josephine Simeon.
Speaking during the handover ceremony in the capital on Tuesday, Minister of Health and Social Services Dr. Kalumbi Shangula said the items come at an opportune time to support the country's healthcare facilities to provide quality services to patients.
Oxygen therapy is a critical component in the management of COVID-19 patients. The world is experiencing a high demand for oxygen. We have also informed the public about the oxygen supply challenges facing our hospitals. The contribution of WHO to this effort is appreciated and will go a long way in improving oxygen availability.
He said the World Health Organization country office donation demonstrates the strong bonds of cooperation between the health agency and the ministry.
Since the onset of COVID-19 in Namibia in March 2020, the World Health Organization has proven to be a reliable partner that supported our government, national response and preparedness. The WHO country office has not only supported us in terms of medical equipment and clinical supplies, it has also made available technical support in terms of experts who worked with the ministry officials in the development of various policy documents and guidelines that form part of our strategy and action to fight COVID-19.
World Health Organization country representative to Namibia, Dr. Charles Agoa Moses, highlighted that the ability to boost capacity to deliver oxygen therapy is the cornerstone of the overall approach to managing the COVID-19 outbreak and has implications for the functioning of the entire system.
COVID-19 treatment healthcare facilities should therefore be equipped with equipment such as oxygen, pulse oximeters, oxygen availability, and therefore functioning oxygen systems, including single-use oxygen delivery interfaces.
Josephine Simeon, Nampa News.
Okanja Constituency councillor Bethel Chaveonja said councillors need to work together with private sectors in their communities in addressing challenges in their societies, as government intervention alone is not enough. Chaveonja said this on Tuesday while delivering his maiden speech in the National Council, where he said that government alone will not solve all problems faced by Namibians, and councillors as leaders at the local authority level need to convince private entities to commit more.
Our constituency and the region is faced with many challenges, which I believe will not differ greatly from the whole country. Some challenges, though not all, are unemployment, food insecurity, insufficient health facilities, drugs and alcohol abuse, gender-based violence, and lack of documentation. Potable water for all, total electrification, lack of recreational facility, road infrastructure that are in dilapidated state, lack of sanitation facility, lack of service land, unemployed youth graduates, and many others, which need serious intervention from us all as leaders and the technocrats in our approach going forward. As I congratulate you, members of National Council, for your victory and for being elected as member of the 6th National Council, let me remind us all that the work ahead is tough and demanding. It's no more business as usual.
Angolan governor for the Cunene province, Dr. Gedina Didalelwa, said 1,400 Angolan citizens fled into Namibia, of which 150 are in the Okanja region and 1,250 in Omusati region. This as a result of the drought situation in their country. Didalelwa said this at Mbaku village in the Okanja region during a 2-day working visit to the Namibia-Angola common border to interact with the Namibian counterparts from Okanja and Omusati on matters concerning unauthorized border crossing. She said Angola will do everything possible to mobilize and encourage its nationals now living in Namibia seeking humanitarian services to go back home, adding that those registered would be taken back to Angola while those not registered will be a big challenge. Stand by for your top roundup. And now, a look into the world of business and economics. The long-distance 7-seater vehicle operators today called on the Minister of Works and Transport to fast-track the revision and amendments of the Road Transport Act 74 of 1977, which should include 7-seater cars as long-distance transport.
We are not surviving in apartheid era for us to be subjected to the Road Transportation Act number 74 of 1977. Which for the past 31 years have been gained independence, is not amended to accommodate us, who today own 7-seaters, which are cars manufacturers to speak to today's challenges as the transportation industry will continue to innovate, and it must be our government effort to be part of such innovation. All stakeholders has failed us. At first, we were offered permits which were revoked by the Namibian police without us being notified. Thus, we want our permits to be returned as soon as yesterday.
The Ministry of Works and Transport does not discriminate the 7-seaters. I assure you, in that we issue licenses in terms of Section 7, subsection C, and Section 16, subsection 1 of the Transportation Act. That is inclusive of the 7-seaters. The issue of the Act, the Road Transportation Act 1977, Act 74 of 1977, as we speak, we have done with our internal amendment perspectives and is now with the Ministry of Justice, the legal drafters. Once they are done, it will go to the Attorney General for the signature to check the constitutionality of the elements in the Act, and it will go to Parliament, and you are going to have the new Act as per your demand.
Cunene Governor Marius Shea said Namibia has made tremendous efforts amidst the difficulties and ever-increasing challenges to curb the surge of corruption.
Our government fully acknowledges that corruption has been recognized as one of the world's biggest development challenges that continue to pose severe threats to economic progress. Corruption is destructive to the economy, to democracy, and the rule of law. Corruption steals resources meant to address the legacy of colonialism, apartheid, and other injustices legalized in the past. It is the greatest violation of social justice. Corruption is a such that can never be tolerated.
Stand by for your business and economics roundup. In sports news tonight, FC Barcelona president Joan Laporta has dropped the biggest hint yet that Ronald Koeman will not continue as first-team coach for next season. It looks as if Saturday's game away to Eibar will be Koeman's last in charge after the club ran out of steam recently, losing 2 home games to Celta Vigo and Granada while drawing at home to Atletico Madrid and away to Levante. Taking 2 points from 12 has destroyed Barca's title hopes at the moment when it looked as if they could go on to lift the season's title, and the last weekend of the campaign will now see Atletico and Real Madrid duel it for the top spot, while Barca now need a point at Eibar to assure they finish third. In tennis news, after wrecking Roger Federer's return to the tennis court, Pablo Andujar said it was the sweetest moment of a lengthy career. The Spaniard beat Federer 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 on the Geneva clay on Tuesday to overturn the Swiss tennis great's hopes of stringing a run of matches together ahead of a series of major tournaments, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the Tokyo Olympics. It was Federer's proper comeback after the 39-year-old made a tentative return in Doha in March after more than a year out following 2 knee surgeries. Moving on to some NBA action. The Indiana Pacers launched their bid for a playoff place with a 144-117 blowout over the Charlotte Hornets on Tuesday as the NBA's postseason got underway. O'Shea Brissett scored 23 points and Doug McDermott added 21 as the Pacers got off to a fast start and never eased up in a comprehensive wire-to-wire victory in the state of Indiana. Domantas Sabonis added 14 points and held down 21 rebounds with 9 assists in a dominant display. Your sports roundup is up next. That's all the news we had for you this evening. We thank you for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up and share. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Also click on the notifications bell to stay abreast with the latest happenings locally and globally. From myself and the team behind the scenes, it's good night.